Welcome to today's session. We are honored to have Shri Sudheer Kumar Sir with us, a respected space educator and former director of capacity building and public outreach at ISRO headquarters. With over 20 years of dedicated service, he played a key role in building important facilities like Asia's largest solid rocket propellant plant at Satish Dhawan Space Center and the second vehicle assembly for GSLV Mark III. He introduced ISRO Space Tutor Program, which connected more than 1.5 crore students and teachers with structured space science learning across India. He also led the YUVIKA program, giving young students first-hand exposure to space research. Let's have him in person and learn from his rich experience and inspiring journey ahead.
That presentation is visible.
Yes, sir. It's completely visible.
Yeah, I think it is moving also. Okay, fine. So now you are seeing a very peculiar situation around the globe. Everybody, there are economic wars, there are wars for protecting sovereignty or expanding their domains. The wars are conquesting the natural resources like oils or minerals. So in all these things, while on the other hand, there are scarce of the basic amenities, the pollution, deforestation, global warming, and depletion of water, urbanization. Such kind of things are happening which are really affecting the society. So what is the way out? How to first is survival, another one is keeping ourselves live and sustainable for future. The technologies. Without the technology, the days have gone where we have abundant resources, we can use it as we like. Now the scarcity is coming, and the scarcity may go into a dangerous situation where the scarcity will become vital, the scarcity will become catastrophic. The space is an enabler. You should say it is not a problem solver. It is an enabler which will identify where the potential scarcity is there, what are the ways you can implement the other technologies to create some sustainability and to create a comfort. If you say what is space, rockets and satellites are not alone the space. The 70 to 80% of the entire thing is on applications where different domains. It is not that ISRO alone will build the space domain. It is not that couple of companies alone will build the space domain. It is the entire thing that is going to build the space domain, and that will create some kind of synergy amongst the people so that a foolproof ecosystem will be done. If we say ultimately whatever you are doing, ultimately what it calls for revenue, there is a huge potential what has been projected by multiple think tanks that the economy is going to be, because this gives you a boost or this gives you some kind of confidence that I am not in a wrong track. If I pursue space, I am going to live, and I am going to live a comfortable life, not only satisfied life. At least my economic growth is good. So these are all some of the things why these are all the motivations. Ultimately, everybody wants to build a career for their own living and for their own life. So all the statistics shows that there is a huge, let us say, revenues or economies expected out of it, including India. If in the ecosystem, the old traditional things are going away, the new things are coming up. Be it launch vehicle, you are seeing 2.5 ton, 3 ton, 4 ton class of things are getting transformed to 10 tons, 20 tons, and even more. The small satellite rockets, n number of countries earlier, this particular transformation was not there. Only we used to say only USA has got couple of things, China has got couple of things. Now almost all the countries they are coming up. The old the launch vehicles are getting phased out. The new facilities are coming up, and joint ventures are coming, which I will show you in the lesson slides. So many countries are coming out with small satellite launch vehicles. Why there is no demand? They won't do. There is a demand, projected demand, and everybody is pouring investments to build small rockets. On the other hand, the conventional satellites, like putting one satellite into the orbit, they're all gone. The constellations are coming. Yet the geostationary satellites are coming to the LEO for the geos applications, for communication applications. New companies are being formed with the constellations. So it gives us a indication that there is a huge revenue and there are huge what you call need for these satellites are going to come, has come, or will be coming. So new emerging areas like microgravity experiments, etc., they are being done. Okay, so these are all the landscape which the ecosystem is facing. So we have to prepare ourselves to meet this particular ecosystem. So these are all some of the statistics I should say. I should say for a projection to give you a hope that so many things are happening around the world. The opportunities are enormous, but you have to gear up yourself. So when it comes to the technologies, not only the small satellite drones are becoming order of the day. You have seen the recent wars. HAPS, high altitude platforms, that is becoming another beautiful platform where you can explore the geo information and communication information. Slowly, the transformation is happening. So new ventures, joint ventures are forming. Earlier, they were all competitors, but now they're joining. Why? Because this space is a very costly affair. You have to go into this mode so that your cost will be optimized and there should not be any duplication of resources. These are all huge investments. That's why all these collaborations are happening. It is not that competitive environment, it is collaborative environment. This is a new concept emerging across the globe for building this space ecosystem. So with all these things, the space is becoming a new domain which was not there earlier. And as far as satellite formations are concerned, the small satellites are picking up. The miniaturization is now becoming nanotechnologies, let's say thin film technologies, let's say miniaturization, FPGAs. So many new techniques are coming out to miniaturize the packages. Okay. And high-speed internets, mega constellations, low Earth, very low Earth constellations are coming out, and new propulsion systems. So all these technologies are literally taking a different shape, which enable the stakeholders and users to use the space technology in a better way, efficient way, and in the way they require to do several things. So this is what I was telling. The swarm technology, swarming. Earlier, we used to say one satellite has to link with ground station. If you have access to the ground station, then only you can access your satellite data. But now, that's not the question. It is going. Constellations are coming. Within the constellation, the satellites are talking to each other. They are optimizing the data. They are optimizing the data rates so that you will have a very reliable system to access the data. So edge computing techniques are going on board because when you take the satellite around the globe, almost 60 to 70% of the data is not used because that may be cloud coverage would be there or sea oceans will be there and arctic regions will be there. So such kind of data has to be screened in the satellite platform itself. A useful data only has to be transformed. So high performance computing, somebody were working on the data centers in the space. Instead of bringing the data with high power what you call transmitters, transceivers, they filter the data, they store the data in the space, and whatever it is required only will come to the ground. Thereby, the electronic pollution will be avoided. So such kind of data relay satellites. See, when we wanted to get the data, we put satellites, data relay satellites across the globe. Then they will talk to each other, or they will transfer the data within amongst the relay satellites, and ultimately we reach one ground station. The data will reach one ground station. So these are all new technologies, which is making the satellite domain, rather space domain, more reliable, more confident, and more robust. So, if you see the disruptive technologies, artificial intelligence and machine learning, so this concept, even though it was there, now with the available tools and with available infrastructure as well as skill development, it is becoming prominent. And some data, if you wanted to analyze, let us say a medicinal plant is there across maybe 1 lakh square kilometers. Is it possible manually to search that particular image with the comparing with the frames what we get from the satellite? Impossible. If you apply high performance computation methods, even quantum computation, such kind of things, you can find out where this resource. That is how the military is using now. What kind of ship that is going around the countries, whether it is a battleship or is a cargo ship, or is a passenger ship, or is an oil tanker, including the name of that ship, where it is originated, where it is started, where it is anchored, where it is going. So such kind of information is now available using the satellite technology. It not only gives a huge amount of information and knowledge to the enablers, but only thing is you should not be utilized for the destructive purposes. But now, unfortunately, if one country receives a good aspect out of it, the other country is receiving a bad. Okay, that is the prominence. But unfortunately, there is a technology. Technology can be used for anything, either for positive devastation or for the construction. Edge computing, we have discussed this edge computing. These, somebody said there is a question, how the computer science people can get into the space domain. These are all the things for computer science people who can explore how best they can utilize this data and how best they can populate the rather the conceived data. While the hardware is being dominated by the software, because software defined radios, software defined satellites. Because now, let's say if you wanted to assess the different position of a satellite, every satellite need not have a GPS or a GNSS system. And many of the things you can do it with software with available, there is a GPS satellite constellation, such kind of things. So software defined satellites or missions are becoming predominant than the hardware to reduce the weight of the satellite. One side of software domination, rather software dominated technologies. On the other side, you have huge requirement of miniaturization of the hardware. You call it as MEMS, nanotechnologies, FPGAs, ASICs, application specific integrated chips, thin film technologies. The semiconductor revolution from 180 nanometers, maybe a couple of years back, it has come to 50 nanometers. The capability is now in India. There is an ample opportunity for the academicians, research scholars to convert different packages into FPGAs. Try it out, either in the ground or you have lots of opportunities. ISRO is giving the poem. You can try it out, and you can implement the same thing in the satellite front. When it comes to the application, there are huge amount of sensors that are required. Now every sensor we are importing, whether it is magnetometers or magnetic torquers, actuators, sensors and actuators, or GPS or GNS receivers or your reaction wheels or momentum wheels, all these things except ISRO, there is no production capacity which exists in India. If you see the technology is not so complicated, but infrastructure is required to produce those technologies. But of course, it may be difficult, but it is not impossible. So these are all the things, opportunities which are thrown for the researchers to bring basic concepts, maybe up to proof of concept level. And incidentally, there is a huge technology fund that is available. Almost 1,000 crores government has declared to help the companies and startups. I request some of you can start building this particular sensors and actuators at proof of concept level. Once if you complete this particular process, probably I think industries will come and join you can sell these technologies to the industry to scale it up or to graduate to the next level. So many sensors are required today for completing the space missions. One side there's a huge requirement, another side there is a lack of or there is a scarcity of production within the country. How you make all these things local to become global, to become this the challenge what right now Indian industry and Indian ecosystem is facing. Now government is giving lots of encouragement opportunities for the knowledgeable people. Only thing is you should know what. Definitely these are all not part of the corporates or not part of the big industries. Why? Because they will only go by ROA, but whereas the startup culture is different. Investors are pouring the money. You can start this one. Even if you fail, investors are ready to invest on you because this technology development is backbone for any country. I was telling hardware to software, the adaptability, autonomy, self-healing. This is a new concept has come. Self-healing, because everything it will be autonomous. If a problem comes, the self-healing algorithms will run. It is automobile. When a car you have a problem, if you take it to garage, he will put it connected to the computer. Computer will tell no, the AC is not this filter is not good, the electrical circuit is not good. Something is there. So like that, the self-healing autonomous is building onto the satellites, which is a very good sign for the technology builders. ASICs and FPGAs have already mentioned that the packages, the big packages are. So the next phase is the intelligence. You have seen the wars. The wars are predominantly electronic wars, and space is becoming the fourth dimension. How recently I came to know through some of the sources that how these operations Sindoor terrorists were haunted and caught just because it is signal intelligence. They have used the phones. They were keeping it for a long time and in a silent mode. They have tracked. That's what I heard because there is no authenticity. Just for example, I'm telling you, they have tracked the signal and they have located the fellow hiding in a forest and they have hit. The military has hit. And similarly, every electronic intelligence where the warfare is becoming because every flight and every drone will be controlled by a ground system. The target has to be tracked, the drone has to be tracked, and the success or defeat or failure has to be tracked. This is all possible during electronics, sitting at maybe 500 kilometers, 600 kilometers away. If you just smash the radars, the electronic tracking systems, this itself ends the war. This is what exactly India has done with the Pakistan. They have smashed the entire control rooms first, and of course, after that, the air defense system. So this entire thing is geo intelligence, electronic intelligence, signal intelligence plays a big role in the wars, in the sovereignty protection, and human intelligence, scientific measurement. So many things are there. With sitting very far away from the location, you can still assess and protect yourself. So this is the order of the day, how the electronic intelligence and space drones, the space segment is predominantly playing a role in protecting your sovereignty, your own assets. Then advanced satellite technologies. Now slowly the debris is becoming another big business rather domain, because when you are creating lots of let's say satellites into the orbit, it causes lots of collisions and maneuvers are not possible for small satellites. Thereby the active satellites may get collide with either active satellites or passive debris, and thereby causing further nuisance, and your function of the active satellites is getting defeated. So further debris removal, new technologies are coming, lasers are coming into the place, nets are coming, robotic arms are coming. This is the new emerging technologies. Even though some startups are working on this one, but even 100 startups comes and plays, even then the requirement would not be sufficient to meet the demand which is going to be created in future. So satellite to satellite communication links. So when you are talking whether it is a swarming or it is debris removal or tracking or chasing or anything, there should be an identification because each and every satellite is moving with 7 to 11 kilometers per second speed in very remote locations. How you chase them? When you are coming across, maybe there was hundreds of articles will be coming across in the space. You have to track a particular satellite or a particular debris. For that one, communication is very important. Then let us say if you wanted to optimize something in space, now new technologies are coming in space manufacturing. IIT Madras is leading in this very forward way. You imagine something a satellite, a robo will produce a satellite in the space and launch it from one satellite to the platform. Let's imagine how much saving you are going to do. Let's say tomorrow habitants are coming. Let's say it's a moon colonies or Mars colonies. You can't take the mortar and bricks from the Earth to the Mars or to the moon. You have to utilize the available material, whatever is available on that, let us say, region, and making use of robotics, and you have to construct something. This is another area which is going to be going to emerge, rather emerged, which is going to pick up lots of things, lots of technology that is required to build in this in space manufacturing. And solar based solar power, this is another area, solar sails. And now it is coming a technology in space, space based rather data centers, space based fueling. Why satellite life will be decided based on the fuel it has got, unless otherwise a new technology, plasma or electrical propulsion comes into play. Till such time, available satellites are still carrying the chemical propulsion. If you fill the chemical fuel into the satellite, you are going to increase the life of the satellite. You can avoid launch cost and new satellite cost predominantly. So these are all the new advanced satellite technologies which are getting emerged for the future missions. Of course, the world is going towards science explorations. And many advanced space nations already started concentrating on these deep space missions because the communication satellite, the Earth observation satellite, the navigation satellites have become routine. And industries, for a profit, for a business case, they are developing. Now, the technologies that are required for deep space missions are very crucial and very costly, be it robotics, be it copters, be it, let us say, some kind of sensors, communication system. So these are all areas for researchers is a very good area, and the fundamental research has to happen, and it takes years and it costs. And many of the national space agencies and labs across the globe, they are ready to buy these technologies and take advantage of the research community's strengths across the globe. And ISS, international, not space stations, I say, not ISS. Now ISS is picking up a very predominant importance. Why? Because so many things is possible now. People have realized, the research community, be it biotechnology community or agricultural community or materials community or any community, medical community, they have realized that there is something which great can happen in microgravity, which is not possible to do on the ground, on the earth. So if you find out that formula, if you find out that particular what you call the process, it is very easy to bring back because the growth in microgravity is enormous. It is something like that. In cinemas, we would have written time machine. If you just put it in a packet and turn it, you will go 10 years. I had 10 years back within a fraction of a time. Like that, you have seen whatever is happening on the earth for 10 days, it may happen in it so happen or it is happening on the microgravity environment, maybe in exaggerated way, I should say, within 1 day. So some of the things, accelerations, and some of the things you can do that such kind of research using microgravity experiments, and fast you can complete your experiment. The same formula you can bring it to the Earth and repeat it for commercialization. So the International Space Station's importance is becoming more, and many countries earlier it was only one ISS collaborated by many countries. Now each and every country is now going for their own ISS, provided of course the cost viabilities meet. And of course, India is also going for Bharatiya Antariksha Station, which is an approved and already started program. We are going to put our module soon in another 10 years of time. For that, lots of technologies have to be developed in-house, be it environment, ELSS, or racks, or modules where you will carry your experiment in a modular form, get it integrated to the ISS base station, and do experiments and bring it back. So these are all the new avenues that are required. Docking is another experiment, whether you do fueling or you do, let us say, some kind of experiment or debris management. For all these things, this docking mechanism and rendezvous is very important. These technologies are going to play a big role in the days to come. This is what I was telling. How would you microgravity? NASA has published all these documents beautifully. If somebody are interested, they please go through what kind of experiments are possible. Please make some of the companies you can work on incubators. Some of the companies you can work on data systems. Some of the companies can work on what is the environment that you should have, and prepare yourself for the days to come when the technology and the platform is available. I've already told you space situational awareness is one of the greatest opportunity for the industry and for the researchers to compete, and lasers is another. So I wish all these teasers or whatever the thing that I have spoken about is only just inspires you or only gives you a kind of a dose, an essence kind of thing. I wish that all of you, at least many of you, if not all of you, should become self entrepreneurs to pursue these technologies. Investors are looking for such kind of people who spearhead, who take forward direction and come out with a business idea and solution. Now platforms are available, labs are available, government is giving lots of encouragement. Investors are looking for people like you who take the initiation and make a business case out of it with research. And these only if you list out the which are very essential: remote sensing, geospatial communication, navigation, defense applications, space situational awareness. These are all the areas where you can pursue your career, your employment, self-employment, and sustain yourself for the future to come. I'm very thankful to you. I just was showing what is the geospatial market that is going to come. 40,000 crores is the estimation by 2030. It requires lots of image processing. It requires lots of data processing, big data analysis, AI, artificial intelligence. So many things it requires. Okay, kindly go through all these opportunities. Whatever the area that you say, agriculture, forestry, your SATCOM applications, huge amount of SATCOM applications are there, which requires research and product development. Navigation, it is in the nascent stage. GNSS itself is going to occupy 40 to 50% of your geospatial. That means out of 40,000 crores, GNSS alone is occupying 20 to 25,000 crores by 2030. And of course, quantum technologies, which is the emerging area, whether it is quantum communication, quantum clocks, quantum sensors, quantum computing, quantum teleportation. These are all the areas where one has to concentrate, one has to build the technologies around it. So I thank for attention because I have to rush to Delhi. That's what I leave another 20 to 25 minutes for any question answers. I thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to listen. If any questions are there, I would be damn happy to receive the questions.
Thank you,
Thank
sir,
you.
for so great informative presentation. So there are some few questions of the participants who haven't joined, but we can discuss and we can share the recordings with them so that they can get the information. So a very repetitive question which I continuously got is about how to become an astronaut in India. The main question which I got from all the participants, 30 participants, which like how to become the astronaut.
See, today the astronauts are being selected from test pilot because readily it requires huge physical exercise. They have to undergo almost 5G, 6G kind of thing. But one happy news is that when the space tourism is just 1 minute. When space tourism is picking up, there are some training modules or module people are coming out who can train because it is a business thing. See, astronaut becoming astronaut is a passion. Okay. And there are several courses available. India is also going to come up with such kind of training schools soon because we have also to develop such kind of things. But it is, since it is a commercial activity, the commercial people have to come and foresee and build it as far as training centers are concerned. But if it's immaterial, you are seeing in the Facebook now and then somebody is promoting for by Titan Space, something like that, who are interested. But it is a very tedious process, I should say, because one has to undergo very several what you call physical stamina has to be built. One is qualification, another one is training schools are there across the globe, and it is a very costly affair because for axiom mission, I think somewhere I have seen in the public domain, it has costed 500 crores for sending one astronaut. Okay, I think it is public domain. Yeah, I have seen somewhere because otherwise how I can know. So when such a kind of ventures, will you really possible for somebody, or otherwise space tourism is coming up. Virgin Galactic, if you book a ticket, even Indian astronauts also they have gone and come back. So how to become astronaut is not a very big question. It is a commercial venture. There are a number of people are available. Only thing is paisa. If you are physically fit and if you have money, you can always go through that process and you can buy a ticket. It is now becoming some kind of luxury now, as you are traveling from here to, let's say, Antarctica. It is an adventure come luxury come expenditure and physical fitness.
Thank you, sir. Second question, which is somewhat very interesting. How does someone of research background or interest turn towards big business? What kind of business can one see towards in space industry apart from creating new technologies?
See, one thing is I am not talking about the new technologies alone. The existing technology, indigenization, I should say. Indigenization, technology demonstration, I should say, because technology is available, but this technology affordability, you have to bring. That's what innovation comes into picture. If you understand a particular technology is, well, let's say semiconductors, I am telling you ASICs, I have already talked to you all through the same thing. It is not that these are all new technologies. A packaging, let's say you wanted to create an image processing, you will take a couple of images and process it and gives you a processed image, let us say. If this, for doing this one, let us say couple of sensors, couple of electronics, couple of things you have to make packaging. So if you, instead of making a package, if you can just do a small IC, this is called technology demonstration. For the technology demonstration, it need not be research, it is available somewhere. Only thing is one has to go through that and one has to work for it, apply your own knowledge, whether it is designing or realization prototypes for making commercialization. So the research exactly fits into that framework to get to know the technologies which are required, to do some kind of technology demonstration, to do some kind of programming and innovation to make it commercially viable. These are all entire research is required in this front rather than identifying or inventing new technologies.
Okay. Thanks, sir, for showing light on that question. Uh, Another question is that how can young team or enthusiasts find meaningful collaboration or mentorship to successful develop and launch small scale space projects in near future?
See now the ISRO has got several tied up with several colleges, NITs, and IITs and universities. We spend almost 50 to 60 crores on research and development through academia. The students who are there directly, who are attached, there is a provision. Please go through the website. How your academic institution can tie up with ISRO through these colleges. See, research is competitive. It is not that anybody, if you wanted to wish to do something, platform is available. It is not travel as you like. It is a competitive environment because of the several resource constraints, not only budget but also competition. So many 1 lakh people aspire to do research. It is not possible to encourage all 1 lakh people. Okay, everywhere competition is there, screening will be there. But if your project is very lucrative, innovative, you can always approach the those colleges. You just go through academic, let us say, interaction in the website, ISRO website. You will find all the things. But second thing is very important thing. What I say that one is your college institutions have to approach several space industries now which are coming up, startups, and seek what academy can do for that industry. In fact, I am looking for academicians who have got real capability. I can give at least 20 to 25 problem statements. But capability, because many of the colleges they are running for your classwork, some kind of what you call academic what you call targets. The research Philip, the research idea, research orientation is required in the academicians. If that is there, there is no depth for problem statements. Okay, you approach me. If you have really, I'll give you problem statements. Within 1 month, you have to put me your concept document. Whoever is interested, I will give you open let us say thing. You get connected through Science Genie. I'll give you at least 20 projects on different areas: structures, thermal, heat, then your sensors, your telecommunication, embedded systems, micro management, and mission analysis. Especially in the satellite, I'll give you 20 problem statements.
That's great, sir. Definitely will communicate this thing to everyone, and whoever is willing, they can connect with us. Next question is like, what are the most important skill set for students who want to build a career in space sector? Most important skill set.
If I say most important skill set, you should have passion, because it is not that, because space is not alone a satellite or a launch vehicle, as I was telling you. It is a mix of all technologies. So in this technology, to pursue this technology, first is you should have a passion, and second thing is at least you should have some kind of appetite and connect, whether you are able to do this particular thing with your resources, or you are capitalizing your rather academic, your support. Who is your support? Now InSpace has published a series of mentors who are retired people, basically who are volunteered. They're available. You can just go through the website of InSpace and get them. If you are interested, there is a will, there is a way. If there is a will, there is a way. And no separate skill is required, only it is a passion. And just like that, if you wanted to go to, let's say, Delhi, you have to catch Delhi train. You should know that where Delhi train stops. You should know how to buy a ticket for to Delhi. If you say that I want to go to Delhi, I have to tell at least this much homework you have to do. And this is what exactly I'm seeing lacking in all the people. They have intention, they have interest, but the direction, the energy that is also required to reach the destination. If you have will, obviously you will. That is why so many rather startups are pursuing. They're all people like you.
Thank you, sir, for answering this question. And actually, some students of Tanzania, from Tanzania, a small group of students actually, they also write one question. They're unfortunately they are not here, maybe because of time issues, different time zones. Okay, so the question is basically their first like appreciating. Thank you for your insights, Mr. Sudhir. We are a group of
Thank
students, enthusiasts, interested in starting our journey in the space industry. While we have the passion, the ideas, we realize the collaboration and mentorship are keys to success. Could you advise on how young team like ours can find meaningful collaboration or support to successfully develop and launch small scale space projects in near future? Because their country is maybe not having that much of resources. So they are saying
Right,
how we
right.
can collaborate with ISRO and
See, I appreciate their intention. If they are listening to me, please note that ISRO is not alone the agency which is into space domain. ISRO is leading, is a national space agency which is leading. It doesn't mean that ISRO realizes all the systems through at least 1,000 companies, because each and every company is in aerospace. Each and every company has also knowledge on the aerospace. But when you depend only on the government, it's not possible for government to entertain all the people. That is the reason we have developed this space tutor program. And these space tutors are well knowledgeable. That is how Pratyaksh is organizing this seminar. So you please get connected through the space tutors for basic awareness and basic lectures like this. They'll find a way for collaboration, and they will find a way to network, connect you people. There is a program YUVIKA, which is online. You can just go through that course, IRSS. If you go to Siksha Gagan, that is named by me, there is a beautiful course, 26 chapters course online is available. Entire world can go through that one. Nobody stops. That is how you create your basic awareness on the space technology. Then, if you wanted to come to India, there is a program offered by URSC for international students, both at IARS as well as at URSC, for developing a small satellite. There are a number of universities offering a course on the space technology. I can name out IIT Indore is offering, IIT Roorkee is offering, and several educational issues. Even space tutors itself, they have a beautiful course. Okay, if it permits, you can travel to India, and MEA is doing an amazing job for connecting with friendly countries. Even I have participated on several countries. If you come through your government, they will write to the National Space Agency, and they will ensure that you will be properly treated with all good accommodation, at least free of cost or at least a very reasonable prices. These are all opportunities are there for friendly nations. You can explore. Please approach Indian embassy which is in your country, and express with them. They will help you out. Please get connected with Genie. If they have a solution, fine, they will offer. If they don't have any solution, on a specific basis, they will interact with us like people. We will show the way how you will get educated. And industries are there, they are offering good internships with, because since you are a foreign national, it has to go through an administrative process which is inevitable. That will come through either MEA or MHRD, but possibilities are there.
thank you, sir. Thank you for answering to students of different nations for us. And one last question, which is like As an animation and VFX student, what opportunities do I have to work at ISRO?
VFS means V
Your graphics and video makings and this type of thing.
imaging. See, now today is the world of augmented reality and virtual reality. It can be an amusing or it can be a scientific content. If you go to any dome theater or any planetarium, would you ever see a good HD video or 4K video or 8K video on either space mission or any Indian mission? Never, never, never. I got totally upset after going through several planetariums. I'm very happy that InfoVision Technologies, just now I have received a message from them. They have developed a beautiful new moon dome theater, a 4K or 8K movie with the help of ISRO, and of course, I have also contributed for them. And it is not a joke. Creating a 4K movie or image of that, whether for flat screen or for dome screen, which will be for 20 to 25 minutes, consumes huge amount of resources. And incidentally, IITM, they are developing a course for training the people who wish to develop VR, virtual reality. Okay, and in this area, probably I think it is a very niche area. If you come out with beautiful concepts, beautiful imagination, conceiving a launch pad, conceiving a how actually a satellite will be assembled, you make a VR and make it becomes a tool for training. First of all, the second thing is it becomes an amusement. You can There are a number of science centers which are available. You can throw away price, you can give it to them with a goggle set. Intelligent glasses are coming now. I have seen geo glasses. If you just wear the glasses and put a program chips for that one, individuals can, and it has come to a affordable cost, which was in the digital. This one I have experienced that one in Delhi last year. Okay, technologies are growing. In what way you will conceive your, this is all business common sense and your innovation. There is a huge amount of how you make a model of moon. There's n number of data is available in the public domain about the moon and Mars. You create a mass and name each and every crater on the moon. There are n number of satellites or locations are there on the moon. Make a 5 minutes video on a moon, release it, and you can sell it also for the science centers as well as science communicators. There are a number of private science centers, private scientific amusement parks are available. You have to see it as it as a business proposal. If you keep on asking for suggestions, probably I think you will not do. You have to jump it and do something, and market is yours.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable time and so much of bakes of knowledge that you got. I hope
Thank
I have.
you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I wish again all the participant a very best. If at all anything is there, probably you can take their questions. I'll be damn happy to answer if it are any questions or opportunities. See, it is our endeavor. We are now giving back to the society. Ultimately, the Indian ecosystem has to emerge. And as our Prime Minister sir was telling, we have to become a manufacturing hub. We have to become global centers, either for education or for amusement or for entertainment or for anything, because we have nurtured these technologies, especially in software. Software, enough opportunities are there. Please make use of those opportunities and flourish yourself and make the country proud. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank
Welcome,
you.
sir. It was great pleasure to have you as our chief guest here as lecturer. And thank you for your valuable time. And
Thank you.
I definitely will connect in future for more informative sessions. And I
Please.
hope that ISRO will be the leading space industry in upcoming years. And we
Yes.
will make it. We will be making that.
Sure. 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 Thank you. Bye. Goodbye.
Bye, sir. Goodbye, sir.